Love and hip fucking hop. Look here, Mona. You gave us a whack ass season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Before that, you gave us a whack ass season 7 of Love and Hip Hop New York. And I never even watched Love and Hip Hop Hollywood before. So for me to have to watch another Love and Hip Hop franchise because the last 2 have been fucking whack, see, that says a lot. So that's why I'm reviewing it. So let's get into the ratchery. They completely hyped up Keisha Cole being on this show, and she didn't really give us much on this first episode. I hope that that's only because it was the first episode and we have a lot to get into, but we'll see. I was bored with all of Keisha Cole's scenes this episode. It opens with Keisha Cole getting ready for a performance, and she looks really good. She does. She looks peaceful. She doesn't look as depressed as she normally does, and she just has this long, pretty, simple yet beautiful long black hair, and I'm like, yes, Keisha! I love Keisha Cole in black, or you know, just dark hair, period. So she's telling us about her new album. She's talking about rebuilding her life and her husband. She and her husband are separated, but they live together for co-parenting. Sounds like y'all still fucking to me. I mean, if I'm separated from a nigga, we ain't gonna live together. Kids or not, bitch, you could live next door. The child could run back and forth next door. But if we are separated, we're not living in the same house. So I don't know what the hell their situation is. This episode kind of made her husband, I guess his name is Booby, I'm gonna call him Breasticus because he's a grown-ass man. I'm not calling no grown-ass man Booby, okay? So her husband, Breast, they kind of make him out to be a scrub, kind of. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Like, Keisha is this powerhouse with all this money, and Breast is the scrub that's living in his estranged wife house. But the thing is, he spent this entire episode kissing her ass. Like, they were in the studio and he was apologizing to her. That scene was boring as fuck, and Keisha she was just like, okay, thanks. Like, it gave me nothing. Him and her scenes together whenever she was on the camera, especially when the 2 of them were talking, it was more or less like Keisha was just annoyed with the fact that he is on the show with her. They gonna have to turn it up. They're gonna have to give me a lot more than that, okay? And apparently he used to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Apparently he used to play for the Cavs, and then I guess he quit that to become a rapper, is what I heard. Nigga, get your life together. But what I don't need is a full season of Breast kissing her ass, because that's just boring. It just makes him look like a scrub, and it just makes him look like an opportunist. It just makes him look like he just wants to be seen on TV. So Hazel E, she looking alright in her confessional. I wasn't impressed with her confessional look. What I don't like about Hazel E already is that her entire storyline is trying to prove to these girls that she's better than them. And it was like, you can do that without saying it every time you're on the camera. Like, she just seems so lame to me. Like, I don't know anything about this Hazel E girl. I've never watched the show until now. But she just comes off as lame as hell to me, y'all. She comes off like that girl who got teased in high school, and now she's, you know, making some money and she's doing well for herself, which is great, you know, good. I'm glad you're getting your money, but it's like she's still that little girl in high school deep down inside that still has to feel accepted by the people who didn't give a fuck about her then in high school. It's like, if they didn't give a fuck about you then, why would you want to prove anything to them now? Like, these girls clearly was never your friends. She keeps talking about some type of girl code, so I'm assuming that, you know, the girl she got into it with, Masika and Tiara, I'm assuming that they used to be her friends. They broke her girl code, and now she's, you know, out for revenge. But it's like, nigga, just go on with your life. If you really doing, like, when we first see her, she's on a yacht with her boyfriend Rose Burgundy, who, how old is Hazel? Because that nigga look young as hell. Maybe he just looks really young, but it's like the two of them side by side. It's like, oh, he look young as shit. Like, who the fuck is he? So she's talking to Rose, you know, whatever, Red Rose, whatever the fuck his name is, about some type of party she's having, like a performance for like some type of song or whatever. And she says she wants to invite Masika and friends. First of all, if you don't like Masika, why would you invite her to your event? See, that's that lame bitch shit I'm talking about. So fast forward to her event, the one-liners between Masika, Zell, and Moniece, like the three of them, they can get their own show in my opinion, because they was just with it with the one-liners, and they're all funny together. So you could tell they're only there to stir up drama, and Hazel is trying to prove to them that, you know, she's cooler than them or she's better than them now. I don't know what the hell Hazel trying to prove. But Nikki Baby shows up, and you know, Safari's there, and Zell says that Nikki Baby looks like a plastic swamp monster. She does look uncomfortable as hell though. Like, she just looks like she just can't do this. Like, she looks like she can't do that. This ugly ass face I'm making, she can't do that because all that fucking Botox. So at the party, Safari says, yo, that's a gangsta ass entrance, because Hazel shows up, she like flies in on the landing strip on a jet. That was a gangsta ass entrance though, I ain't gonna lie. She said, yeah, my first $50,000 and blah blah. Then she go up that lame bitch shit again, because it's like, you're proving so hard. It's not, I can see if you were like going back and forth with someone and then you throw all that shit in their face, but it's like you invited them to your event just to show off for them. Like, that's whack. This bitch Masika has on some pink fuzzy earmuffs. I'm like, Masika, you dead ass ain't shit. You really ain't. You gonna show up to a concert, listening party, whatever it was, with some damn big bright ass pink ass earmuffs. Like, fuck you, Masika. But she brings it. She bringing it already. I fuck with Masika already. I like her because she petty, and that's what we here for. We here for the bullshit. Hey, I guess Hazel's on the stage and she sees Masika with these earmuffs on, and Masika starts talking shit even though she can't hear. So I guess Hazel gets off the stage. She like, well, what you say, bitch? What you say? And then Safari's looking like, Safari's reactions are freaking priceless, yo. I love it. He's sexy as hell too. So then Hazel tries to pop off and nothing really happens, and that's the end of the party. Like, Hazel, you just so damn whack. You know, I'm sorry, you so whack. Now we meet Moniece, and she's pretty, but she says something in her confessional about her new boobs, and she needs to take them motherfuckers back because they look very uncomfortable. She has those Mimi from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta type boobs where they don't look natural. First of all, they don't look natural, and they look hard, and they don't look comfortable. Like, I don't feel like those breasts fit her. Or maybe it was just what she had on. I don't know. Hated it. Loved her hair when she was, you know, sitting at the pool with her girlfriend or whatever. I loved, you know, her look then, but the confessional look, I don't like that. So now she's dipping in the lady pond. Those are her words. So Masika come out with her little thick ass. I like her shape. She has a cute little shape. I think she also said something about having some new breasts, whatever. And then Zell comes out and he introduces himself as a celebrity stylist, and he's flamboyant and he fierce as fuck, and I love that blush color on him. Masika says she got an email. Oh, so this is before the party. Masika says she got an email from Nasal E about some event that she's inviting her to, and then Zell says that Hazel looks like Rumpelstiltskin and her boyfriend looks like he be on Backpage. And I was like, I mean, Zell, you would know, child. Spill the tea, honey, because maybe he knows something we don't know, okay? Little Fizz, Breast Assist, and Safari, they're in the gym shooting together, and Safari get his ankles broken. Did y'all catch that? I caught that. I think it was Breast that broke Safari ankles. Whack. Safari's so corny, but he's so damn sexy, so he get a pass for being so damn corny. So Fizz asks what's going on with him and Nikki, you know, are y'all still together? And then Safari like, nah, that's technically my ex. Breast starts talking to Safari about him and Keisha and all the mistakes he made and all the promises he made when he was with Keisha, blah blah blah. The scene was boring and it was also short, so moving on to the next. We're on the beach and we see Miss Brooke Valentine. No, I do not remember that song Girl Fight. I've never heard of that song before. I've never heard of her before. If I probably heard it, I may or may not remember, but I also don't give a fuck of enough about Brooke to actually Google the song. And Brooke actually pissed me off this episode, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So she on the beach with her boo Marcus. She been with him for over a year. She sounds so forced in her confessionals. It's like, girl, have you ever been on TV? Like, do you know how to not sound scripted? I don't think she does. I'm not feeling her. I'm just not feeling her. They're just on the beach being booed up, and I don't care. I don't want to see a functional couple on Love and Hip Hop. Like, Love and Hip Hop, we're here for the fuckery. We're here for the ratchery. Coon for us, okay? We're not here for no functional ass relationships. That is not what happens in Love and Hip Hop. And if you do come on Love and Hip Hop with a functional relationship, best believe you're gonna leave the show without a functional relationship. That's not even no hating. That is just how reality TV goes. That is just how the Love and Hip Hop franchise is. Don't come on here with a lovey-dovey ass relationship. Give us some Stevie and Jocelyn toxic relationship. That's what we want to see on TV. Okay, thank you. And that's why she gets on my nerves, because they're just whatever. So then Brooke invites Marcus over. She has on a sexy outfit, and then she's like, why you didn't tell me that you're not officially divorced? You know, I was on the beach with your mom. I was out with your mom a couple scenes ago, and your mom told me that you're still legally married. Why you not divorced yet? Oh, because every time I tried to get a divorce, it was some distractions. What does that mean? Every time I tried to get a divorce, it was distractions. I'm genuinely wondering, distractions, what the fuck does that mean? And then she starts to get emotional, and I'm like, if you're not gonna give us season 5 Tommy jumping up on the counter, yelling 1 second and crying the next, bitch, go away. And I was expecting her to do that, but she didn't do that. So bye, Brooke, you can go. I've seen enough. Thank you. So now Tierra Marie is in her confessional with some popping ass orange hair. I love that orange hair. And she's got on her orange hair and the black lace. She looks really good. And in the confessional, she's talking about her broken relationship with Hazel E and why they're not friends. It sounds like Hazel said that Tierra slept with her man. I know Hazel is not talking about Young Bird, because I do remember hearing some shit about that in the blogs. And I do remember hearing that Young Bird wasn't really fucking with Hazel like that. Like, in Hazel's mind, it was a relationship, but Young Bird told her to her face that, you know, we just fucking. And Hazel didn't think that was that. So then I guess Tierra started fucking with him, and that's what had Hazel in her feelings, which I can understand why Hazel would be in her feelings about that. But if that was a whole bunch of seasons ago and you've fallen out with her since then, Young Berg is not, he doesn't appear to be in either of their lives anymore. So I understand not wanting to still be friends with her, but at the same time, like, that also doesn't need to be your mortal enemy anymore. Like, if the shit is dead, the shit is dead. Like, why are you making being mad at another bitch your entire storyline? And once again, she's doing that Mimi from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta shit. Do you see how these storylines just interweave and we get the same fucking storyline through all the damn different franchises? That shit is so annoying. But bitch, I'ma still keep watching and I'ma still review it. But damn, can we get some new storylines or no? But anyway, Hazel and Tiara are out to eat and they're arguing. If that wasn't your friend in the first place, why are you out to eat with her? Like, y'all getting on my nerves already. So then Tiara and her, they're arguing about credit card fraud and you were homeless and destitute. That's why you came and lived in my house. The white folks in the background keep laughing at them, and I would too, girl. I be eating my little brunch laughing at these lame bitches because they really do look like some lame ass birds in this restaurant. It was like they couldn't clap back at each other right. It wasn't even funny. Like, the white people laughing at them was actually funnier than them going back and forth. Them going back and forth was actually fucking sad. And then so Tiara gets up and then she pays Hazel dust. Hazel didn't like that, so Hazel throws a plate of food at Tiara's back. Like, why you didn't stand up when the bitch stood up? And you could have swung on it in, or you could have smushed the plate of food in her face. And why are you wasting food? And at these events, people are wasting perfectly good drinks. Y'all getting on my nerves. You wasting all this food and drink. But then again, you know, whatever. It's Mona paying for it, so you know, it ain't they damn money, child. Hazel and Nikki are out to lunch, and Hazel's talking about the fight that she had with Tiara in the restaurant when the white people was laughing at them. Blah, blah, blah. They're talking about shit we already know. And then some cute little light-skinned girl walks in. She introduces herself as Alexis Scott, and I am so glad that the show broke it down and told us who she was. Like, they showed like blog articles of her being in a relationship with Fenty Wap, because I'm like, who is this? I don't know who she is. I don't follow the Shade Room. I don't, the people on YouTube who I do watch that talk about celebrity gossip, I ain't never heard of this bitch. So they said, you know, she's Fenty Wap's ex, not, mind you, not baby mama, but ex-girlfriend. So she and Hazel bond over Masika allegedly fucking both of their men. I guess Fenty Wap was in a relationship with Alexis at the time that he got Masika pregnant, which, yeah, that's fucked up. But then Alexis Sky made it seem like she moved all the way to LA just to bother Masika. Really? Is this real life? Oh, okay. All right, girl, do it for the check. So Alexis and Hazel, they're plotting to hate Masika together, and Nikki's cool with both of them. So she's like, yeah, I'm gonna just come along because, you know, I need some camera time, even though I don't even know why Nikki's on the show. What the fuck does Nikki do? Is she love or is she hip hop? Hazel, Alexis, and Nikki know where Masika, Zell, and Moniece go to karaoke, so they decide to pop up on Zell, Moniece, and Masika. For what? You ain't gonna do shit. Security gonna be there, and you ain't gonna get not nan licking, but okay, girl. Moniece is like, man, Masika didn't show up. Masika says she's booked and busy. Booked and busy doing what? What does Masika do? Honest question. Honest question. I'm not Googling none of these motherfuckers. I'm not. Because I don't care. If they really that important, we'll know what they do from the show. Just like when if you didn't know who Keisha Cole was, you know what she does based on how they introduced her into the show. So that's why I'm not finna Google somebody. If the show doesn't give me enough information about the person, I don't care. I don't. So then they show up, and you know, Zell says, you know, oh, Nikki was saying to Zell, like, I heard you said I'm cheap, and then Zell was like, I don't think you're cheap, I think you're cheap-ish. Understandable. See, there is a difference. There is a difference. He didn't call you 100% cheap though, now did he? What's weird is that when they first walk up, Alexis introduces herself to Zell, okay? But then once Zell starts reading them hoes, Alexis says, oh, let's go girls, we don't talk to peasants. But you introduced yourself to this peasant, so you're just mad that Zell read the fuck out of me. Zell says something like, I read bad bitches like you, or something minuscule, okay? And then Alexis took great offense to that, so she hit him with her clutch. And then Zell threw a drink at her like, bitch! Now, if he would have hit her off of, we're not even gonna go there. But what was offensive about him saying that he reads bad bitches? He called you a bad bitch and he said he reads. Like, saying somebody reads somebody is just saying that they talk shit. So I personally don't get what was so offensive about that. But Alexis Sky needed her moment because she knows that we don't know who she is. Boo! Get a real storyline and some talent. And that's where the episode ends. Child, I'm tired. This shit was kind of lame. It gets a C from me. I'm gonna need Brooke to bring the ratchery. I'm gonna need her to not be in such a functional relationship, because the guy said that he has been separated for years. Okay, I get it. Whatever. Hazel's whack. Tiara's whack. It's a shit ton of people on this show because based on the super trailer, there's like, they haven't even like skimmed the surface of the amount of people that are on this show. So I feel like we'll get new characters damn near every episode. So maybe episode 2 characters will be more entertaining. I don't know. At this point, I don't fucking care. I'ma still review the shit. So I'll see you next week for episode 2.